Welcome back to the show. My next guest is one of the most talented musicians in the country. We're so, just so fortunate to have him here in Ottawa. He's got a brand new album out. We're going to give you all the details on that. But just to give you a little sneak peek, here's one of the latest, and it's called Hot Minute.
Oh, world, won't you tell me, how'd you give me such a love? Just a love, no fire. She pulled me in the flames and fire. Nobody's gonna do us wrong. I took her hand and I said, please, please. I said, I've only known you for a minute, but I'm gonna give you everything.
See, man, show me that crazy little walk you just did there, but slow it down some.
I went across down to Jordan, underneath the Georgia pine. We made love in the flowers, Jordan bloom by Jordan mine. Please, please, can you freeze the hands of time? I said I've only known you for a minute, but I've dreamed you all my life.
That's a little taste of Hot Minute by the LH Express. And joining me here on the show is Lucas Haneman. Lucas, welcome back. Great to have you back again.
Derek, great to see you again.
Let's talk about, first of all, a little bit about your background, Lucas, because you and I were talking, and geez, it must have been over 10 years ago you came on this show. Tell me the progression of your career since then.
Well, clearly I'm not a good Elvis impersonator, dancer, based on that video. No, I'm a full-time musician, and I have been. I like to say, since basically when I could walk and talk, because my dad played the guitar when I was a baby, and I was always influenced by that. And there's even a little picture of me when I was about 2 months old trying to play my dad's guitar, and ever since then that's all I wanted to do. So I went to school for music. After high school, I played in jazz bands and I had a rock band in high school.
Nice.
And then and then I went to Montreal, studied music there. Was trying to decide what I wanted to do stylistically. I tried my hand at being a jazz musician and realized, as much as I love that music with all my heart, it wasn't really the stylistic mood that I wanted to follow. So my heart was in the blues and in funk music, and that's when I founded the LH Express back in 2014. And that's what I've been doing ever since. So I've always been a full-time musician.
And you've got your fourth album out, right? This is album number 4. It's called Painting Stars. Describe the album to me. How would you describe it?
Well, to me, this is a really exciting album for us. It's an album for the summertime. We wanted to release it at this time of the year because it has a lot of positive energy. I kind of see this album as a burst of light and optimism in a time when the world really needs it. There's been a lot of crazy negativity and wild stuff going on the last couple of years, and to me, this album is kind of a release from that. It's a departure for us as a band as well. In the past, I was kind of the lead singer in the band, and Megan Lawrence sang, beautiful lead vocals on a few songs on every album. But on this album, she is, the co-lead singer of the album, and she is just an amazing talent. So it was time to showcase her as well. So it's got a real yin-yang thing, this album.
Nice,
We're really excited about that. Megan's just such a beautiful talent.
Yeah, and you've rebranded yourself, and is that what you mean by that? Where you've gone from sort of doing the lead vocals and Megan doing some songs in here and there and doing some backups to now the two of you sort of sharing those lead vocals.
Yeah, it's pretty much it, when we play live, people always say like, oh my God, Megan is such an amazing singer, and she truly is. I mean, she's the type of singer who can make someone laugh in one moment and then make them cry in the next. She can hold the audience in the palm of her hand. She's just so wonderful. beautiful. And so people were asking. They said, we want to hear more Megan on the albums. And to me, when I was writing this album, there was no question, and that's the way I wanted to do it. Nice. And some of my favorite bands in the history of bands have had a couple of great lead singers. Like think about the Beatles, right? It was Paul and John, and even George, and then Fleetwood Mac. Like I love all these bands, and to me, it just gives more variety in the sound, and it's something that I love.
Lucas, you pivoted like many in industries right across the world, but musically pivoted during the pandemic and started doing some things on YouTube. Tell me about that.
Well, work wasn't that busy for a while. We were doing online shows, and we were so fortunate to be still paying our mortgage through teaching online and through doing online performances, Megan and I. I pivoted to, at least during that time especially, I had lots of free time on my hands, so I started shooting two videos for YouTube every week. And I have a series called Guitar Tone Tuesday, and a series that I have to get back to right now called Shut Up and Pluck It, which is just kind of these little instrumental pieces that I record. And the channel has grown. I mean, it's not a huge channel in the grand scope of YouTube, but for me, considering the fact that it's kind of a niche channel, I'm talking about a lot of niche guitars. I'm talking about technique and stuff like that. So I've got over 3,000 subscribers now. I think it's 3,300 now. So it's a nice loyal group of people who like to tune in, and it's always growing. So that's a little side hustle for me, is the YouTube thing.
You've got the big CD release party coming up at Irene's. Give us the details on that.
Friday, June 2nd at 9 o'clock. That's the time. And like you say, it's at Irene's Pub. Tickets are $20, and they're selling quick. So I urge people to go onto Irene's website, www.irenes.ca, and order tickets there. irenespub.ca, and or you can go to our Facebook page or our website and find the ticket info there. I urge people to buy tickets in advance. They are keeping some tickets for sale the day of, but I urge people to buy tickets in advance. It's going to be an amazing show. The first set is going to be the whole album, the new album front to back. We're going to play it live, and then we're going to go dig into our back catalog, and I think even have a few special surprises that night.
Oh, I like surprises. Excellent.
Yeah.
Lucas, great to see you making this your full-time career, and I wish you all the best success, and have a great night. I know you put on an amazing live performance again. That is happening at Irene's Pub, June 2nd, 9 p.m. We'll be back with more after this.